If your business visibility currently feels like something you're chasing instead of naturally integrated into, then I really want you to know you're not imagining how exhausting that feels. I think a lot of women are building visibility strategies that technically work, while simultaneously they're draining themselves emotionally behind the scenes. And I don't think we talk about the nervous system cost of modern online business enough. Visibility used to mean sharing ideas, building trust, having conversations, forming relationships. But now, for many women, it feels like constant performance. And I think that changes the emotional experience of businesses enormously. One thing I've been reflecting on recently is how often women mistake unsustainable growth for successful growth. Because short term, yeah, almost anything can work. You can override exhaustion temporarily. You can force consistency temporarily. You can push harder temporarily. But eventually, the body starts negotiating with you. You lose your creativity, your brain feels foggy, you want to stop posting, you procrastinate about your visibility, you avoid conversations. Everything starts to feel emotionally expensive. And women often then blame themselves for that. I think many businesses are simply built on unsustainable operational structures. That is the real issue that we should be talking about now. And I think this is why calm systems matter so much. Not because they are aesthetically nice, but because they are sustainably they're sustainable, and that determines longevity within your business. And honestly, the most recent data content from my business is massively reinforcing this. The strongest audience pools and responses for me consistently revolve around pressure, overwhelm, mental load, visibility, exhaustion, conversations, capacity, and relief, not just AI tools. And that's interesting considering I run an AI business. But it's been one of the most important insights into how my audience are feeling at the moment. People are emotionally responding to how life feels, and AI simply becomes the support mechanism. I think this is changing how we should approach visibility entirely, because I no longer believe that visibility should rely on constant emotional output. I think visibility should be supported by infrastructure, simple systems, thoughtful workflows, content structures, supportive automation, not to remove humanity, but to protect it. I think many women are operating businesses while simultaneously carrying children, households, admin, relationships, parents, emotional labour, mental load, and invisible responsibilities that nobody else ever sees. Of course, visibility feels hard under those conditions. But that doesn't mean you're failing, it means you need support. And this is where I think AI becomes most valuable to us, not as some kind of gimmick, not as a performance theatre, not look how productive I am. I don't care about that. I want operational relief. The businesses I think will thrive long term are not necessarily the loudest businesses online. They're the businesses built in ways humans can actually sustain. I think calm businesses are becoming more attractive because people are tired, but audiences are tired too. Business owners are tired. I think people are searching for honesty, simplicity, humanity, emotional safety. And one thing I've noticed personally is that the more human my content becomes, the more my audience are responding and connecting with it. That's not because people want perfection. They're not going to get that here. But people want recognition. They want to feel seen. They want to feel, yeah, she gets it. And I think that's one of the most powerful things that any content can do. Remove shame from someone else's experience to help them realize I'm not broken. but I am overloaded. That single shift changes everything. Because once you stop blaming yourself, you can start redesigning the systems around you instead. That's what sustainable visibility really is about. Not forcing yourself into constant online performance, but building supportive operational structures that allow visibility to happen without destroying your energy in the process. Now, I truly believe more women need permission to build their businesses this way because success should not require internal collapse and visibility shouldn't cost you your peace. Now, if you enjoy these kind of calm, practical conversations around sustainable business and human first AI, please subscribe to this channel because this is exactly what I explore here every week. If this topic resonates with you, I have linked some additional support and resources to help simplify the operational side of your business. And if you want to continue this conversation, hang out for the next video in the playlist because it builds directly on everything we've been chatting about today.